Hey K-pop lovers! You welcome back to K-pop Fair. The lights of Seoul shimmered that evening, but none brighter than the man who stepped onto the photo wall. The premiere of No Other Choice was already a star-studded affair, buzzing with actors, directors, and reporters. Yet the moment KimTaehyung appeared, the event shifted. It was no longer just a film premiere. It was a stage, and he was the story everyone wanted to tell. From early morning, the anticipation had been building like the quiet swell before a storm. Hashtags surged into the digital skyline. Hashtag Taehyung at No Other Choice dominated Twitter and Weverse, carried by fans who hadn't yet seen him but already felt his presence. By the time his black car pulled up to the venue, millions of eyes, some in Seoul, many thousands of miles away, were waiting, ready to fall into the spell he always seemed to cast so effortlessly. And then he appeared. His hair was the first detail that captured hearts. Soft waves, slightly tousled, as though he had stepped into the night breeze only moments earlier. It was imperfect in the most perfect way, casually rebellious, yet styled with the kind of precision that only Taehyung could make look unstudied. Fashion writers quickly pounced, calling it the best look of the year, drawing comparisons to Seoul's soft grunge trend. For fans, it wasn't just hair. It was a statement, a mood, a quiet piece of theater before he even spoke a word. Then came the clothes, because with Taehyung, fashion is never background. A navy-striped blazer hung easily on his frame, paired with a dark brown t-shirt and the lightest whisper of a white inner layer. It was simple, almost deceptively so. Yet on him, simplicity became spectacle. It was elegance without arrogance, confidence without effort. Local stylists whispered that fall fashion might just pivot overnight, blazer racks flying off shelves, all because of this one look. What happened next was something more than posing for photographs. To call it walking the red carpet would be an injustice. Taehyung didn't walk. He moved with a rhythm that belonged to him alone. Every glance, every turn of his head felt deliberate yet natural. When the cameras flashed, he responded not with stiffness but with fluidity, as though he and the lenses had an unspoken agreement. Photographers described him later as a man who dances with the camera, someone who transforms every step into a frame of film. Fans, as always, were quicker with their poetry. Each fleeting expression was dubbed a golden moment, instantly replayed and immortalized online. Beside him, Namjoon drew cheers of his own, but even their joint appearance became another chapter in the Taehyung narrative. When the two formed a playful heart sign together, articles zeroed in not on the gesture itself but on Taehyung's expression. Warm, amused, endlessly photogenic. Later, when a photographer requested a finger heart, Taehyung mischievously answered with an oversized heart alongside Namjoon. The crowd laughed, and in that laughter, the night grew lighter, warmer. Inside the venue, his presence carried the same quiet authority. His front row VIP seat confirmed his status, but Taehyung himself carried it with humility. When asked why he attended, his answer was disarmingly simple. I came to give my full support. This is an important moment for everyone involved in this project. The cameras may have captured a superstar, but the voice that spoke was one of a colleague, a friend, someone genuinely invested in the art unfolding on screen. The duality, star power and modesty, is what makes Taehyung's appearances linger. Fans noticed his small gestures, waving at banners held by international fans, nodding toward crew members, even stopping to smooth his windblown hair as he walked past the photo wall. That single moment, just hair pushed back, exploded online, labeled MainCharacterEnergy. He turned the mundane into a highlight, the simple into spectacle. What unfolded on social platforms afterward was nothing short of a digital festival. Weibo trended with Taehyung Visual King at No Other Choice premiere, drawing millions of views. On Dom and the Coup, netizens gushed about his humility, writing that he seemed more like the lead of a Hollywood romance than a guest at a local premiere. TikTok edits paired his slow-motion strut with romantic ballads. One soared past 2 million views in less than a day. And international outlets, Billboard, Rolling Stone, echoed what fans already knew. Every Taehyung appearance is not just a sighting but an event, a cultural checkpoint. Fashion houses felt it too. Within hours, his blazer was identified, blogged about, and promptly sold out. Vogue Korea captioned his image with the words, the man who steals the spotlight without even trying. Harper's Bazaar and other glossy giants scrambled for rights to his photos, angling for covers. It was as though Taehyung had, with a few steps and a few smiles, redrawn the line where music ends and cultural iconography begins. Perhaps the most enduring image of the night came quietly. He tilted his head, smiled softly, and let the cameras do the rest. That single frame shot across social media like a meteor. Fans gave it a name instantly: the smile that stops time. And maybe it did. In that smile was everything people had come to love: warmth, beauty, poise, and a touch of magic. Even the following day, timelines glowed with his presence. Clips replayed endlessly, memes and edits flourished, and commentators speculated about what would come next. More film premieres, fashion invitations, perhaps even acting offers. Industry critics called him a multi-talented entertainment icon, someone whose very aura can shift the mood of an event. But perhaps what resonated most was not his outfit, not the viral hashtags, not even the breathtaking photographs. It was the way he balanced it all, with humility, kindness, and a quiet glow that reached beyond the red carpet. When actors approached him for photos, when crew members found him chatting warmly, when fans sobbed at a simple wave, it was clear. KimTaehyung wasn't just attending a premiere. He was creating a memory that thousands would carry with them long after the lights dimmed. And so, the No Other Choice premiere will be remembered not just for the film it launched, but for the night when Taehyung once again reminded the world why he is more than an idol, more than a celebrity. He is, in every sense, a presence. The kind that walks into a room, and with nothing more than a smile, turns it into history. As dawn broke the next day, industry insiders were still dissecting the impact of his presence. Some argued that Taehyung had blurred the line between guest and main event, becoming an unspoken centerpiece of the premiere. Others noted the ripple effect in fashion, media, and fandom culture. His every move magnified into inspiration, reshaping conversations well beyond Seoul. What had been a single evening on a calendar became, through him, a moment etched into pop culture's living archive. For fans, however, the essence of the night wasn't about trendsetting or headlines. It was about connection. Whether through a small smile, a playful gesture with Namjoon, or a casual wave toward a distant banner, Taehyung gave them something personal, something lasting. In the end, the premiere wasn't remembered simply as No Other Choice's launch, but as the night KimTaehyung turned a red carpet into a memory, an ordinary event into history, and once more reminded the world why his presence is never just seen, it is felt.